Alright, so before we put a formula into this cell, for our training sheets, we gotta address a couple things. So I copied and pasted this stuff. The problem with this is these numbers are specific to only one person. So if I go over here and click on Jim Bob, we're gonna see his name change over here, but the numbers don't change over here. So we're gonna fix that. So in order for us to do that, we're gonna come back to this, and just like we did with the other tables, we're just gonna select the rows and columns beneath the headers. And I'm going to go to table design, make sure I don't make this mistake again. We're going to go TBL, and we can go athlete maxes. Enter. So now I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to delete. We can literally just click, select all these, delete the formulas. So we're going to do a vertical lookup. So essentially we're going to type in a formula that goes, I want to look up the data for this person in my maxes for a specific lift, and I want to pull the data for that person. So we got all of these in order, and all these should match. Another way you could do this is like before, if you wanted to turn this to equals and come over here and input it, that's fine. That way if you change something here, it's going to change on your training sheets. I'm not going to do that though. So we're going to go equals v lookup. So I want to look up this person. I'm just going to click on the name. I want to put a $sign in front of the T, $sign in front of the 2, because this is just focusing specifically on this column and this row, which is what I want it to do. That's what my individual name is. Table array, so I want to pull the information from what we created, table athlete maxes. And I want the column, so the first column in our max sheet is the athlete name. I know the second column is cleans, so I want cleans. And I want an exact match, so I'm going to go false. And I'm going to pull it up. Excellent. So we're going to add an if error statement. If there's an error on any of this, we want it to show blank. So what we're going to do here is literally Control C. I'm going to go across. Might be able to drag it. Let me try it. Drag. Okay. So now you see everything's sort of clean. Well, if I didn't change anything, I should just be able to work down and just change 2 to 3, 2 to 4, 2 to 5. Does that make sense? So I'm literally going to go over here, change this 2 to a 3, hit enter. And it's showing an error because all of these cells aren't fixed. Well, not showing an error, but it has this little pop up right here. So this one's going to be 4. This one's going to be 5. This one's going to be 6. This one's going to be 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, I can just hit tab and go across. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. I'm going to move that out of the way so you just changing again, changing all these 2's. 16. 17. 18. 19. So I have 19 of them. And you can see the little error box went away from there. So now we're good on that. It's looking for the data and it's pulling up from Jim Bob. You can see the numbers change. That's what we want it to. And it's changing over here. So we're all golden. This is what we want. I'm going to leave this open for now because now we're going to start. So I'm not going to do the entire thing. I'll save that for the next video, but we're at least going to get started. So we'll get the formula put in here. So now I want this to say, I want to look up the the max value for this athlete of this exercise. Well, I'm going to pull that from over here. So we're going to do a horizontal lookup. So equals H lookup. I want to look up the exercise in here. I don't have to worry about assigning to this because the name's going to change the stuff over here. So as long as this stuff's working, I'm just going to pull up the values over here because it's already going to be specific to the athlete. So I'm going to look up in this block. So we're going to go, I'm just going to click on it. E13, I'm going to put a $ just in front of the E. So I want to stick to just the E column, but not 13, because if I go to copy and paste, it's just going to keep it to the 13th row. Table array. So now I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to select the table. Put $ and $. Row. So what row? I want to go second row because that's where my numbers are going to be. My first row is just going to have text in there and I'm probably getting an error from it. So I'm going to go 2. And we want an exact match. False. I probably need to make this bigger a little bit. There we go. We got our max sheet. Now it's saying front squat. So I go to Jim Bob and we got the formula working. So now I want to make sure I do. I'm going to center these right in the center. I can just select all this. Center, center. I'm going to add my if error statement. If error, I want this. Nothing. Control C. And just like everything else, I'm going to put this formula in all of these cells because if I don't want to use this exercise, which I'll do in another video, I'll get rid of this one block and put multiple exercises in it. But if I don't want to use this one giant block for one exercise and I want to use multiple, well, I can have multiple estimated maxes. Okay, so I found a quick error right here we can address. So it's a good thing we did this. So we want, it's saying BA2, BR3, that's our table. So I got to make sure I put $ in front of the 2 and $ in front of the 3 because I didn't do that. You can see the numbers are changing, so it's going to mess up the formula. So we're going to just come up here, $, $. Reselect that, Control C, paste formulas. So now it should be the same. So BA to BR, BA to BR, and we got our E15, E16. So the exercise is changing, which is good. That's fine. All right. So now we're going to go select this all, and we can paste it all the way down. Paste the formula. We want to make sure it's working, so because I kept the column the same, so for the E, it's already putting it to the cell, so we got 18, 19, so E21, E22, so that's working just fine. That's what we wanted to do. We are golden. All right. So next, we are going to go over putting formulas here, but the first thing I'm going to do on the next video is we're going to add these cells, or add the formula to this training day, and then we're going to add it to this training day.